Good evening and welcome to Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell, joined by Chris Gay. And Chris, it's a special night. Tonight, Highway 7 turns from a two-lane highway into a battle line because it's the Battle of the Ravine between the visiting Henderson State Reddies and the Ouachita Tigers.
Yeah, Battle of the Ravine is always known as sort of a football matchup, but no, it's not. It's a big-time rivalry between every single sport between Ouachita and Henderson. First home game for Ouachita. These two teams, bitter rivals, but it should be very exciting to watch.
And we have a packed house here tonight at the Sturgis Physical Education Center. The Tigers, as you mentioned, Chris, at home after two weeks of different tournaments down in Texas, got some good experience. Only came up with a couple of wins over the weekend. But again, this is where you throw the records out the window. You keep those lessons that you learned, but it's a brand new season here as Great American Conference play starts up tonight.
Yeah, exactly. These two teams with pretty much opposite records. Ouachita 2-6 so far, and Henderson 6-2. Henderson's on a 5-game winning streak. They're on a high streak right now. Obviously, as I mentioned, 5 games winning streak and only one loss or one set that's a loss now. So it should be really exciting here tonight.
Courtney Hansen, the sophomore from Arlington, Texas, set to serve it away. And with this, the Great American Conference season is here. Henderson drawing first blood here.
Yeah, that was their kill leader, Quintana. She's been sort of just an animal this season for Henderson, leading the team with, actually that makes it her 63rd kill on the year in only 8 games. Well, now 9 games.
Quintana with the serve. Tough luck there on the dig. It goes out of bounds and it's a service ace for HSU. So 2 quick points here for the visiting Reddies thanks to Quintana, and HSU wanting to add on more. Set by Hansen, setting up for her teammate. Ricochets around, and it's a kill for Ouachita.
And that's the freshman Leah Gardner. What we've talked about a lot this year has been the sophomore class this year, but the freshman class last year was dominant for Ouachita. Now, part of the 2023 class, Gardner looks to make that the same.
There's a dig by Joust, set by Hansen, looking for the kill. It's Adams, and she's got it. We're all tied up at 2 here in a contentious first set. And Chris, you can guarantee that both of these teams are going to lay it all out on the floor tonight because bragging rights are on the line. But right now, Ouachita rolling 3 straight points for the Tigers. That one off the service ace from Riley Brazil. Adams looking for the kill. Diving effort there. Joust able to get it back over. Henderson setting up for a kill. Perfect hit there by number 12. That's Uzo.
Yeah, there was just no one in that section there, so just sort of an easy placement for Henderson.
Here's the serve from Trinity Sharp, a junior from Springdale, Arkansas. Tigers looked for the kill that time. Didn't get it off the deflection. Now Quintana sends it high and deep.
Yeah.
No time to regroup.
Well, it bounced off the rafters. It was a bad bounce, and Brazil, she was up under it until it had that bounce and sort of just went behind her. Unfortunate for Ouachita.
Reddies have the lead back. Brazil looking to even the score, couldn't do so. Again, it's Uzo looking for the kill. That one goes over the back line, though. And the Tigers, once again, wrapped up with the Reddies at 4. Avery Joust set to serve it away for the Tigers, moving into the libero position here this year. And she's got an early ace.
Yeah, that'll be her 11th service ace on the year. Ouachita has 3 players with double-digit service aces, a strength for this team.
Dig by Quintana, setting up for Uzo. Diving effort by Brazil and by Joust, and it stays in. What an unbelievable effort there from the Tigers, and it pays off. It's a point for Ouachita.
Yeah, that was just a play by Fairchild. She just had to get it over the net, didn't have too much time to think about it. Just poor execution by Henderson.
Going with the misdirection there, and it pays off. That will be a point for Henderson State.
That was awesome to see for Henderson. Madison Hatt knew nobody was home in that middle, and yeah, she just took advantage, took it upon herself to get the kill.
Larkin Luke, a junior from Greenwood, Arkansas, set to serve it away for Henderson State. There's the dig by Steinmeier, set by Hansen, back to Steinmeier, looking for the kill, and it stays in bounds. And this is where that combination of young talent and veteran talent comes into play, Chris. Hansen setting it up there, and Steinmeier first with the dig and then going in with the kill. Kellen Church with the serve this time for Ouachita. There's the dig by Church, set by Hansen. Steinmeier looking for the kill, and it's blocked at the net. Excellent team effort there from Larkin Luke and her teammate, J.C. Tupper.
Yeah, it's hard to get balls over Luke. She's 6'2", has a long-standing reach. There's a reason why she leads that team in blocks.
Danny Dagley with the serve for the Reddies. Another tough play there at the net. Larkin Luke making another big play for her team, and the Reddies once again right there with the Tigers at 7-all. Line drive serve doesn't work out for Dagley. And Ouachita now back with the lead. Checking in and set to serve it for the Tigers. Another newcomer to the program, that's Kylie Kiskin. Luke looked for the kill that time. Had a bit too much mustard on it though, and it goes out the back for another point for Ouachita.
Yeah, she did. She really didn't put much touch on it. It was sort of just a push there.
Quintana looking for the kill. And the point goes to Ouachita. Quintana thought that it was deflected.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from our angle. The ref was sort of in the way. But Quintana and her coach are going to talk about it, well, just for a second, but yeah, that's exactly what she's telling her that deflected maybe off of Brazil. Nope, didn't convince her.
Reddies looking to regroup. Quintana, kill attempt is blocked.
She was. I think Fairchild may have been in the net, or actually, no, I think that was Hansen in the net. So Henderson's going to get that point. I thought it was just a fantastic block by Fairchild.
Luke with the serve for Henderson State. Fairchild, feather touch. Going to make it tough for Henderson to get it back over, but Luke does so successfully. Dig by Joust. Hansen with that trademark misdirection, and Henderson wasn't ready.
No, they weren't. That totally caught them off guard. Hansen hadn't pulled that out so far today. She's been not really aggressive offensively, but maybe that'll sort of change their game plan when trying to defend her.
That move has led to many signature victories for the Tigers as the serve goes over the back line and will be a point for Henderson State. A couple of substitutions now as Uzo checks into the match. Kill attempt is deflected. Chance now for Uzo. Perfect placement in the middle of the court. Nobody was home, and Henderson is back within one here in the first set.
Yeah, that'll be, I think, kill number 52 for Uzo on the year. She's second on the team behind Quintana.
Brazil looking for the kill. It's deflected. Good regroup by Henderson, though. Quintana looking for that back part of Washita's side. Ends up going a bit too far, though, and it's a point for Washita.
Yeah, I think they're trying to sort of pressure the freshman Kiskin right there, but it was an intelligent play, just letting that one go past her.
Now the serve from Hansen. Quintana. That one will stay inbounds. Perfect placement as it was just in front of that white line. And Henderson once again back within one.
Yeah, I didn't think it would stay in, but I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of wind here in the building because it just sort of just dropped right in there. Nice play by the grad senior.
Quintana, ella es de la ciudad de Chihuahua, Mexico. Uzo. It's deflected. Great kill attempt there for the Reddies, and it pays dividends right back in the match at 12 apiece.
Well, this game is so close, as you mentioned, tied at 12. They're back and forth. One team will get a little bit of momentum, and then right away the other team will steal it from them.
Great effort by Kisgin, setting up for Brazil. It'll be a point for the Tigers. Looks like somebody was where they shouldn't have been.
Maybe in the net. I didn't see the call there, but regardless, a point for the Tigers.
Henderson looking for the kill. It's deflected. And again, back and forth these two teams go. The pendulum of momentum swinging one way and then right back the other way. Can Henderson capitalize on the momentum? We'll see here. Washita, kill attempt blocked at the net, but now a chance for Steinmeier. That one goes too far to the right, and it's a point for Henderson.
Yeah, just didn't have the angle on it, but that won't happen again.
Trinity Sharp with the serve for the Reddies. Low line drive makes it tough for the Tigers to get it back over, but Hansen does so. Luke looking for the kill. It's blocked at the net. Both teams scrambling, but both able to recover. And there's a kill for the Tigers. And your reaction said it all, Chris. What a play there by Leah Gardner.
Yeah, I didn't think Gardner was going to get it initially, but then she did. She reminds me of Kayla Steinmeier just as a freshman. So I know the Tigers are going to love having her for another, for 4 years.
Fairchild looking for the kill, and again, perfect execution. Tigers looking in mid-season form here in this first set as they take a 1-point advantage.
Part of it is probably they're really happy to be home. First home game of the season, 8 games away. Just happy to be back on home turf. Yeah, I believe that was I saw that coming. She was kind of way onto Washita's side. Just her foot slipped, and I guess maybe she touched the net. I don't know. But regardless, Washita point, 2-point lead now.
Avery Jouse set to serve it away for the Tigers. She's filling in for Kayla Steinmeier, a long-time libero for Washita. My apologies, I meant to say Castello, Lexi Castello, a longtime libero for Washita. One of just a handful of Tigers to finish their career with 2,000 sets. And Chris, she was such a mainstay of this program, but Jouse able to learn under her leadership and now ready to step up into that leadership role in her own right.
Exactly, and oh, what a play there. That was by Hansen. No surprise there, but with a little misdirection, little trickery, what we come to expect from the setter. The all-conference setter, I might add.
Tigers strike again, and Right now, Ouachita with a great deal of momentum. Henderson's going to go ahead and take a timeout, and with that, we'll take a timeout ourselves. 18-15 your score. Ouachita in the driver's seat here in set number 1. You're watching Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Welcome back to Battle of the Marine action at Sturgis Physical Education Center. 18-15 your score here, as the Tigers have gotten some great momentum going into this timeout break. Henderson didn't like what it saw, and so now the Reddies, after a chance to regroup, ready to take the court once again. Kellen Church, the senior from Jonesboro, Arkansas, set to serve it away for the Tigers. Point goes to Ouachita there after a close play at the net. And Quintana again wanting an explanation from the official.
Yeah, mistakes seem to be what's kind of hurting Henderson right now. This game would be a lot closer rather than just a 4-point lead for Ouachita if it weren't for these mistakes.
High off the rafters, can the Reddies regroup? Yes, they can. Set by Hanson. Fairchild looking for the kill. Great diving effort for Henderson State. Hanson with the set yet again. Now Church looking for the kill. And my goodness, what a volley. Joust looking for the dig, but it was coming in at an awkward angle. All she could do was deflect that one, and the Reddies have their first point.
What effort from the junior Trinity Sharp. She was the one that sprinted back there to go try to save it, and she did that successfully, and then had that dive as well.
Service error will be charged to Dagley. That's a point for Ouachita, and the Tigers now just 5 points away from claiming the first set. Seeing some good blocks from Henderson State early in this match. Case-in point right there. It's another great team effort from Larkin Luke and J.C. Tupper.
Hey, you can't teach height. I mean, and she's really showcasing why she's on the front line in the first place. Excellent play by Luke.
Luke standing at 6'2", Tupper standing at 5'11". Hanson looking for the misdirection. Was it deflected? Yes, it was. Point to the Tigers.
I don't think Tanya was happy about that one either.
Goes over the back line, and that will be a point to the Reddies. And Chris, for Quintana, you can tell that Coach McDaniel has a lot of trust in her. She's the one that's always communicating with her teammates. If there's ever any issues or any questions about any calls, it's always Quintana going to step up to talk about it. She's a big part of this program, and looking to be a key to success here today for her team. She'll look for the kill now. Dig by Church, set by Hanson. Brazil looking for the kill. Great dig by Sharp. Henderson again looking for the kill. Great dig by Kellen Church. Now she's looking for the kill. It's deflected. And credit the kill to the senior.
Oh, that was just a great rally again, these two teams are just full of fierce competitors, and they're definitely not going to want to back down to their rivals, as now Henderson's going to take another timeout.
Well, Chris, as this set winds to the close, we'll stay right here for the 1-minute break. I'm sure the Tigers are thrilled to be back here for another season. We've had even more fans file in as we reach the end of the first set. Packed house tonight at Spec. What a great environment tonight for the Great American Conference opener.
Well, and it's not just Ouachita fans, it's Ready fans. There's a bunch of Ready fans that aren't able to get seats that are right behind me, and a lot of them are athletes, but most of them are, peers of a lot of these players. So, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're just right across the street from us. So, they don't have to go very far. These guys don't even really have to drive anywhere. So it's a very intriguing rivalry. I think it's the most interesting rivalry of all rivalries out of college sports. And I don't think I'm wrong about that.
It's one of the few rivalries, if not the only rivalry, where you can walk straight from the locker room, walk less than a mile, and you're at the visiting facility. Both of these teams have plenty of history with each other. Ouachita sweeping the series last year, so you know that's going to be on the Reddy's mind. But the result's sure to be a motivator for both teams going into the 2023 season. Hanson with the serve. Bit of a miscommunication there as two Reddies collided. Dig by Joust, set by Hanson, looking for the kill from Adams. And that's where that long-established chemistry pays off. Emily Adams and Courtney Hanson connecting there for the kill. Both teammates at Arlington Martin High School. They remain teammates now at the collegiate level as Hanson serves it away. Blocked at the net. And the Tigers are 1 point away from claiming this first set. That time, team effort from Riley Brazil and Leah Gardner.
Well, Brazil's such a versatile player, one of the best players on this team, showing she can block too.
Blocked at the net, gonna be a tough play. Dig by Kisgin. Brazil looking for the kill, it stays in bounds. It had been deflected anyways, and the first set belongs to the Tigers. The underclassmen on this talented Tiger squad making their presence felt early as Ouachita takes the early 1-0 advantage in this match. Both teams going to take a moment to flip sides, and we're going to take a break. You're watching Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Signs did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Welcome back to Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell, joined by Chris Gay. And Chris, we are just seconds away from the second set in this match. The Tigers looking at midseason form here in the GAC opener.
Yeah, and if the second set is going to be anything like the first, we're in for a treat, because that game, it ended up being a 7-point victory for Ouachita, but it was tied for the most part for most of the game. There was no real clear team that had the momentum over the other consistently. It was neck and neck, and I am real excited for another set.
Ouachita really pulling away with the momentum in those last deciding points. Avery Jouse stepping onto the floor for the Tigers. It'll be Hansen, Jouse, Kisgan, Church, as well as Gardner and Brazil to open up the set. Tigers in their white uniforms tonight. Henderson with the black and red combo. Set to open up the set. It'll be Madison Hatt, the redshirt senior from Frisco, Texas, or excuse me, the junior from Frisco, Texas. Dig by Sharp. Kill is deflected that time. Credit the point to Mia Sanchez. And the Reddies draw first blood here in set number 2. The serve will stay with Hatt. Dig by Kisgan, set by Hansen, and there's the kill by Leah Gardner, the newcomer for Ouachita. And Chris, much like we saw in 2022, you see fresh faces added to the program, but that chemistry just seems to stay the same.
It really does. And yeah, they only have, they have a handful of players from this freshman class that are getting some opportunities. But as you mentioned, there were so many players from that 2022 class that are starters now for Ouachita.
Uzo looking for the kill, had a bit too much on it. And it will be a point to the Tigers. Serve stays with Courtney Hansen. Tough play near the net. Reddies do recover. That'll land in no man's land. Credit the point to the Reddies, and I believe officially credited with the kill will be Violeta Mendoza Quintana. Quintana with the serve. Here's the set by Hansen, setting up for Brazil. Tough play, diving effort by Quintana. Reddies do recover. Another chance for Ouachita. And another recovery by Henderson, looking for the misdirection. Doesn't work out. Kill is blocked at the net. It's a point for Henderson State. Chris, this second set shaping up much like the first one did, with these two teams going back and forth.
Yeah, definitely. And like in that last set, Henderson had first blood, had a 2-0 lead, and now it's all tied at 3. But yeah, it should be another close one.
After the service error, the score is back to a 3-all tie. Henderson looking to respond. There's the dig by Joust, set by Hansen. Adams looking for the kill. Did it stay in? Yes, it did. Quintana let it go, thinking that it was going to go out of bounds. But it just manages to stay inside the line, and Ouachita takes the lead.
Well, that was good strategy by Adams. No one was going to be in that corner they're more likely going to let those go, and perfect execution.
Steinmeier looking for the kill. Had a little bit of a curve to it there, going off to the right side, but it works out perfectly. And number 5 for the Tigers picks up point number 5 of the set. It's 5-3.
Well, she tried to do pretty much the same thing in the first set, but it was just had too much power on it. She went back, and much better execution there.
Diving effort by Hanson. Brazil able to get it back over. Looking for the kill, and perfect execution by Bray Denton.
Yeah.
Just when it seems like one team has the upper hand, the other strikes right back. Miscommunication results in another point for the Reddies.
Yeah, there was miscommunication between, looked like Gardner and Adams there.
Smart play there by the senior Steinmeier as she lets that one go. It was close, but it did fall a bit too far to the right. It's a go-ahead point for the Tigers, and now Avery Joust with the serve. Uzo with another kill for Henderson State. She's been a big part of this attack on the front lines for the Reddies. Well, she will check out here, but as you were saying, Chris.
Well, at Henderson, they're getting their momentum back. Washita sort of had a little stretch of, looked like they were going to not really run away with this one, but sort of just add to the lead, but Henderson rolling right back.
Steinmeier looking for another kill. It's in a tough spot. Sharp able to help her team recover. There's the dig by Brazil. Fairchild's kill is deflected, but it falls to the ground on the Henderson side nonetheless.
Yeah, she had a nice performance in set number 1, and just one of those very consistent players for Coach Frizz's crew, and looking good here so far.
Kellen Church serving it away for the Tigers. And one of the top servers for Washita can add another ace to her resume. That's been one of Church's specialties throughout her time here at Washita.
Yeah, she didn't get a lot of opportunities last year, but that's something that she's carved out a nice role on this team as a veteran, not only as a veteran, but as a prominent ace.
Kaylin Partain will check in for the Reddies, and she is set to serve it away for HSU. Tough luck there, as it looked like it was maybe going to skirt right over the top of the net, but it takes a nasty bounce back, and it's a point for the Tigers.
Yeah, if it just had a little bit more loft, that would have been the perfect serve. It would have been in a difficult spot for any Tiger to try to receive it. And that was a good job by Partain. Good recognition. She was definitely going to go for that ball, which was clearly going to go out, but at the last second, she changed her mind.
Tigers looking for the kill. That's Brazil. Takes a high bounce on the dig. Good dig there by Kisgan. Brazil again, feather touch. Finds the open spot, and Washita strikes yet again.
Well, that just goes to show you don't always have to have like the hardest hit on a spike. I mean, you really don't. Sometimes that's exactly what the defense is going to think, and that's what Brazil recognized, and just a little, like you said, a little feather touch and easy point.
It is a service error for the Tigers. So the score now reads 10-9 in favor of hometown Washita. I say that, of course, both of these teams in their hometown, though, tonight.
Yep, Henderson making the long trek from across the street.
Feather touch from Quintana. And that's kill number 5 on the night for the graduate student.
Yeah, everybody was sitting around the campfire looking at it there, so just good job, good recognition by the Reddies.
Pat with the serve for Henderson. Set by Hanson. Looking for the kill. It's blocked at the net. Now a chance for Brazil. That one's deflected. But it takes a nasty deflection for HSU. Great diving effort there by Partain, but to no avail.
Yeah, that was a good effort by Quintana, but like you mentioned, she was going at it with her offhand and did take a nasty little sharp curve there and ended up being a point for the Tigers.
That is Brazil's 4th kill of the night. That's good enough for the team lead, which again just goes to show you, Chris, how evenly the points have been distributed in this contest. Adams looking for a kill of her own. Able to recover. Misdirection by Hanson. Doesn't work out this time. Tough play at the net. Uzo did her best to just get it back over, put it in a tough spot, but it took a backwards curve over to the right, and the Tigers get the point.
Yeah, it was a really poor sort of position there for Uzo, and I think she was trying to not hit the antenna. That's why she just sort of had to get up under it instead of trying to spike it. It was good defense by Washita.
Quintana looking for the kill that time, but it had too much on it.
And Henderson going to take a timeout.
Washita looking for the momentum. Currently sitting at 13 points. We'll see if that proves to be a lucky or unlucky number when we come back. You're watching Tiger Volleyball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Washita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Washita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
13-10 your score here in set number 2. Tigers in the driver's seat, both in the set and in the match, after claiming the initial set in this contest. Uzo looking for a kill out of the break, won't get it. Now a chance for Washita, that's Brazil. Goes too far to the left, and that's a point for the Reddies.
And probably can't mention it or can't see it from our camera angles, but towards the end of the court, the Washita Tiger football team is coming in and taking in some volleyball action. They just had a monster win over GAC opponent Northwestern Oklahoma State on Saturday.
Great effort by Joust, setting up for this kill by Brazil. The attempt is no good. High bounce. Nothing that the Reddies could do. It's another point for Washita.
Yeah, Washita, they have the advantage right now, a 3-point lead, but Henderson, they're still hanging in there. You know, it's game's not over for Henderson so far, but Washita's looking pretty good.
Following the service error, Reddy's back within 2. Also joining the football team over there is Washita Athletic Director David Sharp. A lot of familiar faces in the building tonight as Luke has a perfect play at the net to record the kill.
I mean, she barely even has to jump. I mean, she just sort of tapped it up in there And not a lot Ouachita could do about it, but not a lot that Henderson could do about that one from Adams. Good night.
And that time, Adams using all of her might to send that one straight to Quintana. There was nothing she could do. And again, Chris, that's something where we see the height advantage in. When you got that longer frame, you can go up and generate more velocity, which can lead to more power. We've seen that on both sides here tonight. The front lines have been a big part in deciding both of these first two sets.
Yeah, Ouachita not typically known as a team that gets a lot of blocks, but they've been getting a lot of blocks, even just some fingertip blocks so far. And Henderson, oh, what a kill there by Steinmeier. Totally disrupted my train of thought.
Well, hopefully it doesn't disrupt this train momentum that the Tigers are riding right now, as Henderson looking to regroup. Perfect execution there by Mia Sanchez, the freshman out of Waxahachie, Texas. Again, Henderson State not going away. This is a 1-point set.
Ooh, and it looked like, I know Ouachita, they're going to get the point, but it looked, actually, wait a second. Oh, it's going to be Henderson's point. Courtney Hansen's going to have a chat with her. Oh, now she gives it to Ouachita. Okay. All right. Well, it looked interesting. I thought initially it was Ouachita's point. It almost looked like Luke tipped it to herself almost. But that may have been all Hansen right there. It was kind of hard to tell. Happened so fast. Still back to a 1-point lead.
The Reddies, however, will get that point right back. Once again, stepping up, it's the graduate student, Quintana.
Yeah, she's had her hands all over this game, especially in that first set. And I'm thinking they're still talking about, yeah, okay, I don't think they updated the scoreboard on that controversial call. Or maybe they did. Yeah, I'm thinking that's exactly what happened. I don't think they updated the score. So now it's 17-16.
According to our live stats, that is the correct score because they did give that kill to Courtney Hansen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was just a lot of confusion about if it was Henderson or Ouachita that had the kill.
Did it stay in bounds? Looked like it did. Point goes to the Tigers. Credit the kill to Haley Fairchild, who used that feather touch, and this time it paid off. Fairchild with the serve for the Tigers.
Well, that was a much better serve. Fairchild's kind of had a little bit too much power on her serves today, but that one was a lot better.
Great play on the back foot there by Denton. You could tell that she wasn't necessarily anticipating that, but was able to adjust to it on the fly, going off her back foot, and finds the open space on the other side of the floor.
Well, and Kiskin was at a disadvantage because she was down on her knee ready to receive it, and then it just sort of went over her left shoulder, and there just kind of an awkward angle. She couldn't do much about it.
Found that spot in no man's land. Ouachita looking to answer back. Block at the net. Tigers can't recover, and the Reddies right back in it. It's 18-all.
Yeah, now behind me, a bunch of Ouachita athletes. I mean, these Battle of Ravine contests always sell out. Not that we're selling any tickets, but it's always a packed house.
Reddies gonna ride a wave of momentum into the break. They have the lead 19-18. This will give a chance for both teams to catch their breath. Chris, what are you seeing here in the second set compared to the first?
Well, Henderson, I think, maybe ran out of gas in that first set. It just looked like it to me. They just sort of ran out a little bit of energy, a little bit of just sort of the determination to finish that set out. But they have the motivation to be consistent in this set. And obviously the score tells exactly that. 18 was what they ended with in the previous set, and now they have 19.
Thank you again for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We're happy that you joined us this evening for Battle of the Ravine action. It's not only a rivalry match, it is the Great American Conference opener this season for both teams. Henderson State, we talked about that nice win streak that the Rays had coming into this contest, Chris. Tigers giving them a good fight right now, though.
Yeah, they really are, and this is what makes Battle of the Ravine contest so special, is that these two teams, doesn't matter where in the year, where in their schedules they are, they put in all of their might into these games, and it makes it so much better for fans.
Hansen with the set. Brazil looking for the kill. Didn't quite get it. Uzo, perfect execution. Found an open spot in the back right corner. Nobody was home. Point Reddies.
Yep, exactly right. No one was home in that back corner, and I'm thinking Henderson, they're going to start to do that a little bit more. They haven't been sort of trying to take advantage of the open corners.
Blocked at the net. Great effort by Brazil to keep it alive. Hansen gets it right back over. Another sliding effort, this time on the Henderson side. Fell a bit too far to the left. Quintana, when she gets full momentum, it's tough to stop those kill attempts. Fortunately for the Tigers, that one went just a bit too far to the left.
Yeah, it did, and for Henderson, that's not what you want. Obviously, Ouachita gets the point, but they get the ball back as well. And they've been riding some momentum when they've gotten an opportunity, but Henderson with the point right there.
Bray Denton, the junior from Greenbrier, Arkansas, stepping up with another point for the Reddies. And right now, Henderson State closing in on perhaps what could be their first set victory over the Tigers since 2021. Quintana's serve had a bit too much on it. Point goes to Ouachita. Tigers not going down without a fight. Riley Brazil, one of the top servers on this Ouachita squad. Sends it away. Feather touch, perfect execution yet again by Bray Denton.
I just feel like Henderson, they're more methodical in their attack now. They're just attacking all the openings in Ouachita's defense, and Ouachita's got to make some changes. It almost looked like for a second that was on Ouachita or on Henderson's side, and now Ouachita's going to take another timeout.
Tigers looking to regroup. The magic number for the Reddies in period number 2 is 2. They are 2 away from claiming their first set over the Tigers since 2021. Will they do it? We'll find out in just a few moments with more Tiger Volleyball right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
We are getting closer to the end of set number 2 here in this Battle of the Ravine matchup between the visiting Henderson State Reddies and the Ouachita Tigers. Chris, right now, the Reddies have a good wave of momentum going into the final points. We'll see if Ouachita can regroup before it's too late.
They sure do, and I have to compliment Henderson. They look so much better than they did last season in 2022. Of course, their record sort of tells that story. They have 6 wins so far on the year. They had 10 all last year, and they're giving Ouachita a hard time.
Luke looking for the feather touch, and yet again, that methodical play on the front lines paying off for the Reddies. Open space in the middle of the floor, and it's set point for visiting Henderson State.
And if you're Henderson, you're going to hope that that middle opens right back up, and Ouachita's not going to recognize it.
Tough play. Steinmeier got it back over with the feather touch, but now a chance for Uzo, and she does it. Records the kill, and Henderson State has its first set victory over the Tigers since 2021.
Well, good thing for the Tigers. Now it's tied. They have another set, at least 2 more sets. So they have an opportunity to sort of take the lead back and regain sort of some confidence.
2 sets are in the books, and we've split them 1-1. Still anybody's match here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. You're watching Tiger Volleyball, presented by Taylor King Law.
Take me back to where we started from. Oh my love, don't let me go. Oh, take me back.
Welcome back to Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Chris, it lived up to the hype tonight. Battle of the Ravine tied at 1 set apiece, and it's still anybody's match.
I mean, when does Battle of the Ravine not live up to the expectations? I mean, Ouachita did sweep Henderson both times they met last season, but obviously that's not going to happen here today.
Ouachita will have the serve to open up the set. Courtney Hanson, a sophomore from Arlington, Texas, set to serve it away. There's the dig by Sharp. Quintana looking for the kill. It stayed inbounds. Perfect execution yet again from the graduate student from Mexico.
So Henderson has scored first in every set they played so far, and a lot of that has to do with Quintana and her impact.
The Tigers answer right back with a kill of their own. This one credited to Leah Gardner. Service error for the Tigers, and Henderson State will take the lead. HSU set to serve it away. It's Sharp. There's the dig by Joust. Another dig by Adams, and Joust just having to get it back over. And Luke steps up again for the Reddies. It's been a big night for her. That's her 6th kill of the match.
And again, that middle opened right up in Ouachita's defense. They're going to have to clean that up because that's really what killed them in the second set.
Uzo looking for the kill. Great diving effort by Brazil, but there was nothing she could do.
Yeah, better job by Ouachita trying to close up the holes in their defense. Just sort of a bad little hit there.
Joust set to serve it away as Haley Fairchild checks in. She takes over for Leah Gardner. There's the dig by Sharp. Set at the net, Luke with the feather touch. Ouachita regroups, there's Adams. Diving effort. You gotta tip your cap there to Madison Hatt, laying out for that one, but it does result in a point for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're gonna take a second and clean up the court a little bit, but that was good effort by Hatt there, just sort of bad hit off her hand. But a good effort, just no one was home in the back line. And now we're ready.
Brazil and Hanson going over the game plan prior to the serve. It's a line drive. Took an unfortunate dip there for Joust because it looked like it was going to be a tough play right over the top of the net. Instead, it runs right into that net, and Henderson has its 5th point here in set number 3. Natalie Van with the serve for Henderson State. There's the dig by Quintana. Now the set by Van, looking for the kill. Now Brazil. Van, nice recovery. Chance on the other side. That's going to be a kill for J.C. Tupper.
Yeah, both Hanson and Brazil almost collided there, going for the ball at the same time, and that's really kind of what disrupted that play.
Dig by Steinmeier. Now Fairchild looking for that feather touch yet again. That's a tough play at the net for Sharp.
Yeah, that one you just can't tell which side of the net it's going to land on, and Sharp just really had to wait for it to almost be on top of her to really get a good answer, and unfortunately for her, it was on top of her.
That's going to be a kill for Henderson State. Credit it to Mia Sanchez. The freshman yet again stepping up here in Battle of the Ravine. The Reddies currently enjoying a 3-point advantage here in set number 3. Kaylin Partain set to serve it away. Fairchild. Her kill attempt was deflected. Now a chance at the net. Tough play for Henderson, but the Reddies do recover. Hanson with the set. Now Fairchild, feather touch. Great diving effort by Trinity Sharp, but she can't get there in time. Ball goes over to the right. It's a point for Ouachita. And again, Chris, just when it seems like one team is starting to get the upper hand, the other comes storming right back. It looks like this one's going to go down to the wire, not only in this set, but in this match.
Yeah, it really, really is. And that's just what makes it so entertaining. So be really interesting. It is just a 2-point game. As Henderson, almost a point there. And yes, Henderson does get that point. I think that was off of Kiskin there.
Now Larkin Luke set to serve it away for the Reddies. Dig by Kellen Church. Van with the set. Looking for the kill, and it's rejected at the net. Haley Fairchild, as well as Riley Brazil, combining for the block at the net.
Yeah, that was great defensive execution. That's what Ouachita has been needing in this set.
Looked like Van was in a tough spot there on the floor, got trapped under the net a bit. That'll result in a point for the Tigers. Just like that, OBU back within one. Serve from Fairchild goes over the back of the Henderson bench. Credit the service ace to the sophomore, and we're all knotted up at 8. That time a service error, and Henderson State taking the lead back. Madison Hatt set to serve it away for the Reddies. Her team looking for its first win over the Tigers in a match since 2021. Brazil tried to utilize the feather touch. Uzo, again, great execution. That time by the native of Texas, Beaumont, Texas to be exact. Hanson, nice little over-the-shoulder play that time. Couldn't capitalize though. Reddies recover, but too strong on the other side, and it's a point for Ouachita.
Yeah, that was a good job by Kiskin. She's had a lot of those sort of similar plays where she's had to make a quick decision whether she needs to go for it or just let it go. And time after time, she's letting them go, and it's working out for Ouachita.
Tigers with a younger set on the floor. Joust, the libero, a junior, the oldest player on the court in terms of experience. Meanwhile, Riley Brazil steps up with the kill that's deflected.
Here's Hanson serving. Again, as I mentioned, Kiskin, another opportunity to have to make a quick decision, let it go, or try to hit it. And she's letting them go, and good eye.
Quintana has got a lot of strength on those kill attempts. It has backfired at times tonight, though, as she's gotten a bit too much of the ball. And a solo play at the net by the freshman. What a dominant showing by Leah Gardner.
Well, and after I had a interview with Coach Frizz earlier in the year, and she said that Gardner was going to be a starter right off the bat, throwing the freshman into the fire, and safe to say she's done really well.
Tough play for the Reddies. Uzo helping her team recover, but it goes too far to the right, and the Tigers got a wave of momentum rolling. 3-point advantage for Ouachita. as we have our first time out here in the third set. Tigers looking to take a go-ahead set number 3 here on Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network when we come back.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
To 10 your score in set number 3. Tigers with the advantage. And set to serve it away, Courtney Hansen. Quintana with the dig. Good dig there by Joust. Now Brazil looking for the kill. It stays in the line. Perfect execution by the sophomore. Brazil's kill numbers just keep on climbing, now up to a lucky 7 on the night. Great diving effort by Joust. Hansen able to push it back over. Reddy's reeling. They're able to recover. Now a chance. It's too strong. Or is it not? They're going to say it's deflected.
Yeah, based off of Henderson's body language, I was kind of surprised. I was like, well, y'all got the point. Why are you guys not excited? But clearly they knew it was a deflection and Tiger point.
Gardner with a ton of velocity on that kill attempt, and now the Reddies miscommunication. And all of a sudden, the Tigers with a lot of momentum, just 9 points away from claiming this go-ahead set number 3.
Yeah, a 6-point lead just like that. Reddy's got to reel it in because they're kind of losing, as you mentioned, they're losing momentum right now. It's all Ouachita here.
Hansen with the serve. That one had a bit too much mustard on it. Goes over the back line, and it's a point for Henderson State.
Well, maybe that's the one that Henderson needs to get back on track here. Sometimes it's all it takes, just a blunder from the other team. You get the ball back, and you're back on track.
The serve from Quintana. Dig by Kisgan. Now Brazil looking for a kill. Dig by Sharp. It's deflected. Set by Hansen. Now Adams. It stays in. Finds the back corner. Nobody's home. And the Tigers lead back up to 6.
Man, the fans are loving this. They love the, 1-2 point back and forth swing between both teams, but they love when the Ouachita, they have a good lead here.
Adams again looking for the kill, and she's going to get it.
And that was a beautiful set by Hansen, just all the way behind her from one end of the court to the other. Just a beautiful setup. I don't think Henderson really was ready for it.
And again, that is where playing with a teammate for as long as Hansen and Adams have played with each other really starts to pay off. And what a rebound from the Tigers. 2 deflections off the net, and they're going to get the point off the kill.
Oh my goodness, the Tigers, everything is going for them right now. And that's going to be another timeout for Henderson.
The Reddies back on their heels right now. And a great opportunity for the Tigers to capitalize on the momentum. Chris, a little bit of a break here in the action. You can see Coach Allison Frizzell Kaiser going over the game plan with her Tigers. She's someone who knows this rivalry very well, a former Tiger herself, so you know that this game not only means a lot to her players, but means a lot to her.
Yeah, and she's been a coach for Ouachita for several years now. She definitely knows what it takes to get a victory over the Reddies consistently. And, of course, last year with 2 sweeps over Henderson in a very successful 2022 campaign, 19-12 on the year.
And moving into this season, the Tigers projected to finish 4th in the Great American Conference, but as you and I were talking about in the pregame, there's some potential for upside there too. I think the Tigers could find themselves winning some matches that perhaps even people in the preseason couldn't have anticipated.
Yeah, this Tiger team looks so much better than their record. I mean, some of those non-conference tournaments, you know, they're constantly playing. They're playing 2 times a day. They're going to get worn down, and they're playing teams they don't know much about. But against conference opponents, that's where it truly matters. They get to see them, Henderson, again this year, this time at their house. So conference season is where it truly matters when it comes to record.
This Henderson team also looking to prove that they were underrated going into the season, a bit lower than they usually are in the GAC rankings. That's going to be a kill for Henderson State. Credit the point to the freshman. That's Mia Sanchez. And Sanchez, another one of those players that has regularly stepped up in this match, Chris. She's only a freshman, so this is a face that the Tigers are going to see for several years to come.
Yeah, a little much on that one by Gardner. But consistently, she's been in the middle, playing that middle blocker position, going up for kills like nobody's business.
Steinmeier, her kill attempt is blocked at the net, and it just does manage to stay in bounds. It looked like that time it was the combined efforts of Larkin Luke and Uzo. Kayla Steinmeier, a powerful kill there for the Tigers senior. Now the magic number dwindles down to 5.
Well, if it doesn't work once, try again. That's exactly what they went. The previous possession didn't work out. They go right back to the senior and their kill leader, and of course it works out that time.
Adams going off her back foot, but makes it a tough play at the net. Fairchild able to just flip it over, and she doesn't touch the net. What a great play there by the sophomore. A play where momentum had her moving towards enemy territory, but she's able to reel it in just enough to make the play.
Well, I think, honestly, Henderson probably could have had the point there. And Tanya, she went for it. It almost looked like it was going out of bounds. As a great rally. And that's going to be a Ouachita point. I'm pretty sure that ball went out of bounds off of Henderson. So now it's a 8-point lead for the Tigers.
It was a close play there on the right side, but a point nonetheless for Ouachita. Now just 3 points away from taking set number 3. Make that number 2. Avery Joust, the libero, with the service ace for Ouachita.
Yeah, what's hurting Henderson is not only Ouachita's playing great, but they're making just simple mistakes. They got to clean it up going into the 4th set.
Good execution from the Reddies. It'll be a point for HSU. And another substitution as J.C. Tupper and Natali Van check in. Van will serve it away. Adams was looking for a kill. This one's high in the air. Hansen just trying to push it. It's close, but it had too much on it. And it will be a point for Henderson. The lead is cut to 7, but again, the Tigers just 2 points away from claiming the third set.
Chase, I got to ask you, you see those big fans, which are a new addition to the Sturgis special education or spec. I wonder what would happen if a ball hit one of those fans, as that's going to be a point for Ouachita. But what would happen if a ball hit one of those fans? Would it just go flying?
Well, that's what they've actually prepared for here. There are signs that are warning fans saying the ball could always come in at high speeds, but with the fans, that's another measure to look out for. Meanwhile, Kayla Steinmeier claims the third set for Ouachita.
Just a veteran play there. Henderson, their front line had their back turned. They were going to try to set up the offensive possession, and Steinmeier was like, no, I'm not waiting around for it. Let me go get it myself. Easy point for Ouachita.
The Tigers take set number 3 by 9 points. That's the largest margin of victory in a set here tonight. And Ouachita looking to add on to their win streak and battle the ravine. When we come back, Tigers lead at 2-1. You're watching Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Certainly, there's no better time than now, and I think the sooner the better as you go through life to get your education completed. We wanted it to be practical. We wanted it to be accessible.
Students, I think, that are learning online have the same desires, same needs, and it's up to us to come up with as creative ways as possible of making sure that all those needs are met.
It's not just getting a degree, it's not just checking a box, it's about us investing an education into these students.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Welcome back to a special edition of Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. It's not only the home opener, it's the conference opener, and it's Battle of the Ravine, and it's been an exciting night for the Tigers thus far. Looking for win number 3 on the year, and not only that, looking for a third straight victory over Henderson State.
Well, on top of that, in front of a packed house. And not just Ouachita fans, but Henderson fans. Obviously, the two schools are very close, just separated by a single road. So this is a close rivalry for both teams. And a lot of these players and these fans probably know each other. So it's always interesting when these two teams line up against each other on a court or on a field, no matter what the sport is.
It has been an exciting one here tonight. Tigers, after dropping the second set, come back with a victory in the third set to make it a 2-1 advantage going into set number 4. But you know that the Reddies are not going to go down without a fight. There's the serve. Set by Hanson. It's blocked at the net. That's a point for Henderson State. I believe they're going to credit the block that time to Bray Denton. She's been an unsung hero tonight for HSU, not only making plays at the net with blocks, but also recording her fair share of kills.
Yeah, she's really made some plays in these last couple of sets, looking to have an even bigger impact in set number 4.
Hanson with the trademark misdirection. There's the dig by Joust, set by Hanson, setting up for Brazil. Powerful kill attempt that time, line drive that nobody had a chance at getting.
I wish we had a speedometer to figure out the speed on some of these balls, just as Henderson's going to have to wipe up the court a little bit, but that was just so fast. So much acceleration from Brazil there.
Brazil led the team in kills with 300 a year ago. She's got 8 on the night tonight, sharing that team lead with fellow sophomore Emily Adams. A fellow sophomore in Courtney Hanson serving it away for the Tigers. It's blocked at the net. Henderson looking to regroup. Diving effort by Joust. Now Adams. That's kill number 9 on the night for the sophomore out of Arlington Martin.
Well, I bet you if both Brazil and Adams knew what their kill numbers were, it would be a competition between the two to see, all right, who can finish the night with more kills.
Those two are close friends. You see them together not only when they're on the court, but off the court as well. And that's the thing about this team, Chris. It's not just team chemistry. There are genuine friendships between these Tiger players. It's something special to see. Adams looked for the feather touch that time, came up empty-handed. Uzo wanted kill number 9 on the night. Instead, it goes too far to the left, and it's a point for Ouachita.
Exactly, and Henderson has had a few of those blunders where they've been trying to go for that outside line, just either bad angle or just too much power on it. And Uzo, that was too much power.
Setting up on the right side, great kill there for the Reddies. Who else making the play but Bray Denton?
Well, Denton sort of had a running start there off of one leg and just has such a powerful arm. It almost seemed effortless for her to get that point there.
Quintana with a serve that just does make it over the net, and the Tigers manage to regroup. Denton looking for another kill. That one's over the back line, though. It's a point for Ouachita. And now Kiskin making way for Kayla Steinmeier.
Well, in that previous possession for Ouachita, I saw Adams and Kiskin sort of collided, both trying to get to the ball, as that one's going to be ready point. But Kiskin, a freshman, Adams, a sophomore, they're going to get some of those sort of situations cleared up. They are a young team. They're going to get those mistakes cleaned up that a lot of young teams make, like who's going to go get the ball at what point in time.
Uzo looking for the kill. What a slide. Now Steinmeier looks for the kill. Back to Uzo. And Christiane Uzo, the first player on the night up to double-digit kills. Excuse me, she's still just one shy of becoming the first player with double-digit kills, but she does have the team lead for Henderson. That's 9 on the night.
Well, the way that she's playing, it's just a matter of time. Well, actually, Emily Adams is the first one to get double-digit kills.
Adams and her teammates fired up, knowing they're on the cusp of a 3rd consecutive Battle of the Ravine victory. Uzo will now join Adams as the only 2 players on the floor tonight with double-digit kills.
It'll be the first time tonight that Henderson will have Jagoda Shabinska on the floor. Has over 20 kills so far on the season.
Dig by Quintana, setting up on the far side. It goes out of bounds. Looked like Mia Sanchez was trying to hook it back in on the left side, but that one kept going straight. Kellen Church, the senior from Jonesboro, Arkansas, set to serve it away. Another chance for Sanchez. This time she does record the kill. Number 7 on the night for the freshman.
Well, just like in every single one of these sets, the score has been tied multiple times, and it's going to continue to be a close one until one team just sort of finds their mark and pulls away.
Steinmeier. It's blocked at the net. That was Shabinska in there on the play with, it looked to be Larkin Luke.
Well, no doubt both players 6 foot and taller.
That's a tough play there for the Tigers. Steinmeier over the shoulder dig, and it hits the partition right at midcourt. Set by Hanson, chance for Fairchild. Miscommunication, and it falls short. Shabinska did her best to go over the shoulder that time and send it back to the Tigers' side. But when the ball is going one way and your body's going the other, it's tough to make that play with contrasting momentums.
And especially at an angle like she was, too.
Brazil looking for a kill. It hooks too far to the left. And the Reddies with a 2-point advantage. HSU proving that it is not going to go away without a fight. Luke has the serve for Henderson State. Fairchild, feather touch. Hanson. Looks like they're going to say a Tiger was on the Henderson State side, or maybe touched the net a bit. You don't usually see that from Hanson going up for the kill attempt. She's usually either setting it up for her teammates or using that misdirection on the set. Now a chance for Fairchild, and that will be a kill for the Tigers.
Well, just as you mentioned, Hanson, such a good setter. And as I mentioned, all-conference setter a year ago as just a freshman.
Setting up for Brazil. Goes untouched out of bounds. And Henderson State picks up point number 11 on the set. Now we see Hatt return to the floor. She's set to serve it away for the Reddies. Brazil, her kill is blocked at the net. Henderson State with a lot of momentum. Coach Frizz wanted to give her players a chance to catch their breath. Still plenty of volleyball left to be played here in set number 4. Your score, Henderson State 12, Ouachita 8. You're watching Tiger Volleyball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
We are in the fourth set at Speck here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Tigers leading the match 2-1, but Henderson State does have a 12-8 advantage in set number 4. Madison Hatt with the serve for the Reddies. Chance for a kill, goes over the back line. It's a point for Henderson State. And Chris, like we've seen all night, some swings in momentum, this time going in favor of Henderson State. They're on a nice run right now.
Oh, certainly, and it was really close. Ouachita had sort of their fair share of momentum, and now Henderson just continuing to build on it.
It was a good effort there. A couple of Tigers laying out to keep it alive. Just a tough play, and now Henderson State with a 6-point advantage. Hatt with the serve yet again. Hansen with the set, looking for Brazil. Can she find the empty space in the middle? The Reddies did converge, and Uzo, you could tell she wanted to go up for the kill that time, and it ended up catching the bottom of her palm rather than the tips of her fingers like she was hoping for. It's a point for the Tigers, and now Courtney Hansen will serve it away. Uzo looking for the kill. It's a tough play at the net. Uzo again. There will be a point for Henderson State, as the Tigers were there for the dig, but as we've seen a couple times tonight, Chris, when you've got powerful players like Ouachita and Henderson both have, sometimes you have those powerful spikes coming in at a really tough angle for the team anticipating it. That's resulted in plenty of kills on both sides.
Yeah, certainly. Both of these teams have pure athletes, too. And that's what makes this game even more special. It's a 6-point lead for Henderson, but Ouachita, they're still hanging around. They just got to get something going here.
Blocked at the net, and what do you know? It's another solo play for Leah Gardner.
Well, and I said they needed something to sort of get their confidence back and leave it up to the freshmen to do that for them. It's a nice block.
A lot of height on the front lines right now for the Tigers. Uzo does it again for Henderson State. Having a career night tonight in Battle of the Ravine.
Well, one of the issues of loading up that front line with 3 players is you only have 3 players back to cover the rest of the floor. Uzo taking advantage.
Block attempt at the net by a couple of Tigers, but it didn't go back over. And it is a point for Henderson State. The Reddies 8 points away from forcing a winner-takes-all set number 5. Adams, nice placement on the kill. Knew exactly how much power to deliver and finds the open spot on the floor for her 11th kill of the match.
Well, a lot of that had to do with the set by Hansen. I figured initially it was going to be Adams that was going to get that opportunity for the spike, but she sort of just had a misdirection with her eyes and ended up going behind it. Or the set was behind her, setting up Adams, and a block by Adams, speaking of which.
Haley Fairchild also in on the play for the Tigers. Joust with the serve as the Tigers look to continue to change the tie. That's tough to do, though. When you've got Christiane Uzo making plays like that, that is her 15th kill of the night.
Well, she'll get a little break here, but once she comes back in, there should be no reason you don't continue to go to Uzo. She's just having a monster night.
There's the dig by Steinmeier. Back to Steinmeier for the kill, and it's straight into the net. Ouachita going to go ahead and talk things over here with a timeout. And Chris, it's just something we've seen all night. I know we're sounding a bit like a broken record by saying it at this point, but those momentum swings, they just continue for both sides. Just when it seems like one team is maybe going to get the upper hand and run away with the match, another one steps right in. Right now, that tidal wave of momentum, it's going in the favor of the Reddies.
Yeah, and the previous set was sort of indicative of that, except it was Ouachita that had the momentum towards the end. Henderson just 6 points away from the win, for winning this fourth set. And, you know, for Ouachita, they're going to have to prepare possibly to play for a final set. Should be a great final set. Because I imagine, unless Ouachita can make a last-ditch effort to come away and win in 4 sets, I'm thinking we'll have a little bit more Tiger-ready action here.
Regardless, it's going to be an exciting finish in Battle of the Ravine action. These fans getting plenty of entertainment here tonight in a packed Sturgis Physical Education Center. Van with the serve for Henderson State. That's Joust on the dig. Setting up for Fairchild. Tough play, and it's a point for the Tigers.
I will say, as Ellie Davis for Ouachita checks in for the first time tonight, I will say this for Henderson, they're not exactly expecting them to go for the feather touch each and every time. They're really preparing for the hard spikes from Ouachita. I think Ouachita needs to keep that a part of their game plan.
Meanwhile, Henderson State turning to a power kill attempt. It pays off. Reddies now 5 points away from claiming the set, but Chris, you're absolutely right. And sometimes, you know, you use the power like we saw there from Henderson State, but sometimes a delicate touch is all that it takes to get the job done. Fairchild making it tough on Henderson State. There's the dig by Brazil, set by Church. Now to Steinmeier, there's the feather touch. Great effort by Quintana. High in the air. Brazil just going to get it back over. Kill attempt goes too far to the right. The Tigers have their 14th point of the set. Kiskin back in.
Yeah, my mistake. But this is no situation that the Reddies want to be in. Of course, they still have a 6-point lead. But slowly you can sort of just feel that Ouachita's just slowly getting something back into play.
And that's just a tough play there for Joust. She was getting set for a set, and it just took a random roll there a bit off of her fingers. The timing was just off a bit there, and it will result in a point for HSU. Service error results in another point for the Tigers.
And again, Ouachita, you can still feel that they're trying to get some momentum back, and mistakes like we just saw on the service error is not what the Reddies need to be making.
Great play at the net by HSU. Madison Hatt, as well as Christiane Uzo. Set to check back in. Hatt will serve it away for Henderson State. Blocked at the net. Good recovery by Davis. Looking for Quintana. That's Church with the dig. Now Brazil. Dig by Sharp. Set by Hatt. Looking for Uzo. It's a block attempt at the net by the Tigers, but takes an awkward angle on the deflection, and it's a point for HSU. Credit another kill to Uzo. That'll make it a Sweet 16 on the night.
Now EJ Day is checked in for Ouachita. She's definitely one of those spark plugs for Ouachita's offense, as they're going to go right to her, just some fresh legs. And Ouachita's going to get a point here. From what, I'm not sure. But anyway, Day definitely, she puts up a lot of points, and it's such a short amount of time. She's done that this season and did that last season as well.
Quintana, great kill, her 9th of the night. And Henderson State is 1 point away from forcing a winner-take-all set number 5. Now the serve from Quintana. Looking for the kill. It's Uzo. Couldn't quite get it, but a perfect play yet again by Braid Denton. An exclamation point on a solid 4th set from Henderson State, and we're not done yet. Chris, what is Battle of the Ravine without a little drama? We're setting up for a nail-biter finish. The two teams have split the first 4 sets, and in just a few moments, we will have a winner-take-all set number 5 with more Tiger Volleyball right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
This is Kellen Church. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Touchdown, Ouachita!
Layup at the buzzer! Is it going to be an inside the Parker? Yes, it is!
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person, and we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Hi, my name is EJ Day. Thank you for tuning in to Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Welcome back to what is shaping up to be an instant classic in this Battle of the Ravine rivalry between Henderson State and Ouachita. The Tigers took set 1. Henderson responded with a win in set 2. The Tigers right back with a win in set 3. But right now the Reddies fresh off a 25-16 win in set 4. And now 15 points to determine a winner here in this conference opener.
And who wants a quick game anyway? Sometimes I do wish every volleyball game went to 5 sets and was full of as much drama as this one. maybe either team doesn't want that to happen, but regardless, that's what we're going to get here. And that one, that one's close, but yeah, that one's in.
They're going to say it hit the back white line, just there. And Uzo continues her dominant night for Henderson State. She's been the leader on the front lines, make it 17 kills.
Yeah, I don't think that the football team in that right corner really agreed with that call, but unfortunately, they're not the volleyball experts. What an effort from Hansen.
Uzo again looking for the kill. Great timing effort by Hansen. Adams looking for the kill. Henderson recovering. It's blocked. No time to recover for Ouachita, and Henderson takes the 2-0 advantage.
That was still good effort from Ouachita. Doesn't feel like it's a 2-0 lead for Henderson so far.
Tension is palpable here at the Sturgis Physical Education Center. Every fan on the edge of their seat here tonight to prepare for an exciting conclusion. That'll be a kill for Mia Sanchez, the freshman looking strong in her first ever Battle of the Ravine. 11 kills on the night. That's tied for the second best overall with Emily Adams and is second on her team behind Christiane Uzo.
Well, Sanchez has been sort of quietly has been one of the best players in this game. And that point, finally, Ouachita's going to get a point there.
Kayla Steinmeier checking back into the fray. She takes over for Kylie Kisgan. Kylie Brazil with the serve. It's Uzo. The dig goes all the way onto the other side and out of bounds. That will be yet another kill for Uzo.
We mentioned that this was a full house and of both Ouachita and Henderson fans alike, but the volume does not change after Ouachita does something good or Henderson. It seems like there's an equal amount of people, and Henderson getting another point there.
And who else but Christiane Uzo. Coach Frizz wants to take a moment to talk things over with her team. We're going to go ahead and stay here. And again, we'll mention what a night it has been for Christiane Uzo. She has had quite the night indeed with 19 kills. The next highest total on the night is Emily Adams with 11.
Well, Tanya has been one of the better players all season long for the Reddies, and coming into this game, I thought she was the better player, but it's looking like Uzo is the MVP of this team so far. And like you said, 19 kills. It seems like she's got a lot more than that, but man, just what a performance from her and the rest of her team. Ouachita, I don't want to say they're running out of gas, but they got to find some energy here pretty soon.
And when you add on her blocks and other points, Uzo responsible for 21.5 points total on the night. So she is certainly making her hometown of Beaumont, Texas proud here in Battle of the Ravine. There's the dig. Uzo again looking for the kill. Steinmeier tries to get it back over. It's a tough play at the net. Adams almost found an empty spot. Misdirection. Great response by Joust. Now Adams with the kill. It stays in bounds, and Christiane Uzo. What else can you say? She's up to 20 kills on the night.
I mean, there's not much else you can say other than, dang, she's just playing outstanding.
6-1 the score. Reddy's 9 points away from victory. Tigers looking to close the gap. Diving effort by Church.
Good thing she didn't touch it there. That was awfully close.
It is a point for Ouachita. Tigers trailing by 4. after the stoppage in time. Here goes Joust. It goes over the back line, a service error. And the Reddies draw closer to victory. Shabinska checks back in for Henderson State. She'll help her team on the front lines as Van is set to serve it away for HSU. There's the dig by Peyton Church. Adams looking for the kill. She's got it. Make it an even dozen on the night. 12 kills for Emily Adams and the Tigers looking to rally.
Well, now you have one of your better servers on this Tiger team set here.
Steinmeier looking for the kill in the back right corner. Sanchez went up for the kill, hit the side of her hand rather than the top of her hand where she was aiming for. It's a point for the Tigers.
Well, that's just one of the few blunders we've seen from Sanchez tonight. Has been almost perfect. And another blunder for Henderson. You got to wonder, all right, Ouachita now within 2. Is something happening here? And Henderson might think that there is, and they're going to take a timeout here.
3 straight points for the Tigers brings Ouachita back within 2. We'll be back with the exciting conclusion of this Battle of the Ravine matchup after this timeout.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, bats and signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, bats and signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, bats and sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Welcome back to set number 5 of Battle of the Ravine. Ouachita trailing by 2 points, and Kellen Church set to serve it away. There's the dig by Church, set by Hanson. Fairchild, it's close, but it goes out of bounds, and it's a point for Henderson State. Now we'll see the teams flip sides. This is part of set number 5. We're at the halfway point in what has been an exciting set number 5, to say the least. Again, only playing to 15 points here, Chris, so you've got to have a sense of urgency, even more so than you would in any other set. Both of these teams, though, look locked in right now, and it looks like if you look at either side of the floor, both teams think they've got just as good of a chance as the other to walk away with the W.
Well, like you said, there is a sense of urgency for both of these teams. There is no, in this situation, there is no trying to find your stride. You have to find it now. There is, you know, and for OBU, they are down 3. They got to get some momentum going right now, basically, if they want to get back into this game.
Over the back line, it's a service error for Henderson State. Tigers get a much-needed point. Kisgan checks into the match, and she is set to serve it away for Ouachita. Line drive, dig by Quintana. Now she's looking for the kill. Nobody's home. Perfect execution by the graduate student. And now she has her team 6 points away from victory.
Yeah, that was just not sure what happened there for Ouachita. That was a massive opening in their defense, and Quintana saw it and took advantage of it right away.
Just her 11th kill of the night. Meanwhile, Haley Fairchild responds with a kill of her own.
A back and forth action, that's what we saw first 3 sets. Set number 4 was a little different, and oh man, this gets you on the edge of your seat. If you're a fan, commentator, doesn't matter.
What a kill there from the young woman from Poland. That's Shabinska making the play for Henderson State. She's going to check out of the match.
Well, we were talking before the game. We were watching her warm up. She has such a strong arm, and that she finally got a chance to prove it to everyone just how strong of an arm she has. As a collision there.
Miscommunication a bit, and now this Henderson State side is fired up. The fans in the stands, the bench, everybody excited knowing that the Reddies are 4 points away from their first Battle of the Ravine victory since 2021, but you have to feel, Chris, that it's still anybody's match.
Hey, and one thing that I'm seeing right now, of course, the rivalry is between the two teams, but it's also between the fans as a football team, so it sides. I'm not sure if they're leaving or what, but after a few chants from some of the Ready fans, a little back and forth action, just some friendly chit-chat between the two fan bases, just adds to the excitement and to just how great of a rivalry it is between these two schools. Love to see it.
Madison Hatt will serve it away for Henderson State when we resume action. The Reddies looking to start 1-0 in conference. The Tigers looking to accomplish the same goal, but Chris, you also have to feel like there's more than just a record here on the line. This is bragging rights between not just cross-town rivals, cross-street rivals.
Exactly, and you know, football has been sort of what everybody points to when it comes to this rivalry. OBU's had the upper hand the last few years. And what a play by Hanson. I just had to interrupt my train of thought. Man, what a play by the sophomore.
The sophomore stepping up with a crucial play at the net. Now she's set to serve it away for Ouachita. Tigers still right in it. Down by 3 in set number 5. Here's Hanson with the serve. Uzo looking for the kill. It's blocked, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. But Uzo, just that strong arm of her, that ball just hit so hard and it just ricocheted off the hand, flying out of bounds.
Henderson State 3 points away from victory on the road at Sturgis Physical Education Center. Meanwhile, Quintana's serve goes wide right. Now the Tigers back within 3. Peyton Church will serve it away.
Those little mistakes, not what Henderson needs to be giving up right now in a 3-point game with only 3 points to go for a victory for Henderson. Oh, and so close to getting that one up.
Uzo just continuing her dominance on the floor tonight. That's 23 kills, and she's got her team 2 points away from victory now. Looks like Phil McDaniel is going to talk things over with his server. It's Trinity Sharp, who also serves as the libero for the Reddies. There's the dig by Joust, set by Hanson, looking for the kill. That's Adams. It stays in bounds. Point for the Tigers. These two teams have been trading points for a while now, but with the Tigers down by 3, and Henderson 2 points away from victory, Ouachita going to have to string together a run. Joust with the serve. There's the set. Now the kill. Perfect execution by Luke. Found the open spot on the floor, and now it is match point for Henderson State.
Again, that middle wide open. Nobody home for Ouachita. Little too easy for Henderson.
Battle of the Ravine on the line. Tigers with their backs against the wall. We'll see if OBU can rally. Here's the serve from Van. Dig by Church, another dig from Hanson. Now Adams looking for the kill. Now a kill attempt, it's blocked at the net. Feather touch, it finds the, no! It will find the open spot. And Yagoda Shabinska. Remember the name. The the young woman from Poznan, Poland, coming up with a big play for Henderson State. Her team walks away with the victory. What a moment for Yagoda Shabinska. She is now a hero at Henderson State University as the Reddies, for the first time since 2021, claim a Battle of the Ravine over Ouachita.
Well, these two teams will see each other again this season, and it'll be at the Duke Wells Center on the campus of Henderson State University, and don't you know that crowd's going to be pumping. That's going to be a great game to watch.
Not the final result that the Tigers were hoping for, but certainly a fun night of volleyball here at the Sturgis Physical Education Center. Chris, a lot of positives for Henderson State to go over. I think when we look back on this one, there are two players you're going to look at. First off, Christiane Uza. What a match for the junior from Beaumont, Texas, recording 23 kills. That was nearly double the next highest total on either side for an individual player. The next highest, Emily Adams, with 13.
Yeah, that offense for Henderson, you know, we were talking about before the game, you know, these non-conference tournaments that both teams play at the beginning of the season, you can't tell just what type of a team or what type of play that they're going to perform or that they're going to put out on the floor during conference play, and the offense looks legit for Henderson State. This team, I know, will certainly have significantly more improvements from their 10-18 season last year.
So a lot of positives for both sides tonight. We'd be remiss, though, if we did not mention the woman of the hour for Henderson State. That is Yagoda Shabinska. Poznan, Poland, you can rejoice tonight because the junior from your hometown here at Henderson State becomes a hero in this Battle of the Ravine rivalry. We also got to mention another standout, the graduate leader of this team, Violeta Quintana, out of Chihuahua, Mexico. What a night it has been. And you look back on this game, Chris, we just mentioned some names from around the globe. This was an international effort here tonight for Henderson State, getting help from quite literally everywhere. This is a win that Henderson State is going to remember for a long time and is a great momentum builder after a strong offseason.
Well, we know that we had probably a lot of international fans checking out this broadcast. We always do here on OSDN. Be interesting if there was anybody from Poland checking out this game. I don't think that's a country that we've had yet. But regardless, it was a great performance by Ouachita, too. I think they did end up just running out of gas at the end.
Just a couple of notable players for Ouachita. Emily Adams finishing off the night with 13 kills and 13.5 points total. Haley Fairchild, strong night for another sophomore, 9 kills, 11 points total, and Riley Brazil finishes the night with 8 kills and 10 points total. So with the win, Henderson State advances to 1-0 in conference play. Ouachita falling to 2-7 overall, and also falling to 0-1 in conference play. But the Tigers playing in the Tiger Ready Invitational right here in Arkadelphia this weekend, plenty of chances to build back from that.
Yeah, certainly, and it'll be a great opportunity for Henderson to continue on with their momentum and for Ouachita to sort of bounce back after another loss.
Well, you can catch several matches this weekend for the Tiger volleyball team. We'll have a couple on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, a highly anticipated match against a quality program from Anchorage, Alaska. coming up on Friday night at 5 p.m. and then the Tiger Ready Invitational throughout the weekend, including a 10 o'clock match on Saturday that you can catch right here on OSDN. But before that, we've got a couple of soccer matches. It's a doubleheader on Thursday afternoon between the men's and women's teams of Ouachita taking on the men's and women's teams of UT Thailand. So a lot of exciting action on OSDN this coming weekend, not to mention the football matchup with Southern Arkansas. The Tigers looking to remain undefeated on the season. But really quick, want to give a shout out to all of our workers here tonight at OSDN. Madeline Poulos, Priscilla Leverett, Emma Mays, Chloe Welleman, Gavin Wallace, my partner Chris Gay, and our director Chris Babb. On behalf of everyone here at the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, this is Chase Hartzell signing off. Have a great evening and go Tigers.